in the historic.
Yes. I
It's
can't,
pretty.
right off of Robinson. It is really pretty.
It's pretty.
It is very pretty.
We're starting.
We're live.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Okay, so Claire wanted me to apologize. She's not going to be able to attend. She had some work stuff she had to do, but she did send me quotes for shirts. But I don't think we have a quorum.
I think, do we have a budget?
I think we do.
We approved a budget last meeting for things like shirts and
we approve like the remainder to go towards
almost the rest of our budget, yeah.
Okay.
Almost entirely.
Okay.
I guess we can call ourselves to order. I guess since we don't have a quorum, we won't vote on last month's minutes, but did everybody at least get them?
I did.
Anything out of place that we need to talk about?
I don't think so.
Good. All right, so what about old business?
We can't vote to approve the minutes. Board members we won't be voting for them until next month.
Right.
Okay.
Mhm.
Pull this up on my phone. I don't know why I try to look over your
You know
shoulder.
the
I have it.
celebration tree
Yes.
pavers
So the
have been
pavers looks
ordered
like-
and they're gonna come faster than we thought they would.
That's
At least the
exciting.
blanks. are.
Yeah.
As far as we know, that's all, and we approved all that last budget, all that budget last month.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And just so you'll know, that red dot on the little picture here, that's where the pavers are gonna go.
Oh, nice.
So
Oh,
the
that's lovely. That'll be great.
yellow dots, so I guess are the 7 trees is what
Mhm.
Trey was thinking as far as the
Yeah.
locations of those, if everybody was good with that, that's where we would plant that. And then I had him put that red dot on there just so that everybody kind of had an idea of where the pavers were gonna be.
Yeah, that's a nice spot.
Yeah.
The trees have been ordered and we're getting 2 black gums, 2 service berries, and 3 oak trees.
Nice.
Bemis will plant all but 2 of the oak trees, which are smaller, they're 15-gallon. And the Girl Scout troop will help plant those 2 trees along with us at the Arbor Day
Are they gonna,
celebration.
is Bemis gonna dig the holes for the trees so we don't
They
have to do
actually
that?
said that they would dig the holes if we wanted
I
them
mean,
For the 2,
for the 2 others.
sounds fantastic.
Okay.
unless we wanna make,
Perfect.
like, I don't think that's something we wanna do on site that day. I think
It's
it's either that or get like the Parks Department or the physical planning to do that, which if they'll do it for us, why not, when they're doing all the rest of the trees? Just put 2 more holes in the ground.
Well,
So-
especially because didn't you tell me that they were gonna do that like on the Thursday or Friday before? I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to hold for a long period of time, but since it's maybe
Right.
a day or 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they don't exactly know because it does depend on weather and their schedule and stuff, but they're gonna try to do the planting the week before, so that first week of November. And they were actually wanting to do Thursday or Friday if it'll work out.
Whatever works for them.
So that would be the Thursday or Friday before Arbor Day. And I know we had talked about Friday being a work day, so that might work if there's anything we need to
Right,
do too.
and then, but I will meet Derek and Trey or whoever at like the last week of October. We'll go out to the park and we'll actually mark the planting locations on the ground. And we'll have Arkansas What and Call mark utilities in the area. And that way Bemis knows where to plant also.
Trey said he's good any time that week. He said you just tolerate it and he'll meet you out there wherever.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Trey said, I mentioned what you had said privately to Trey and he said he's good any time that week.
Anytime that week,
So-
okay. Okay, perfect. Yeah, and so, yeah, we'll mark on the ground and then get the utilities marked and then Bemis will be ready to plant that next week.
Okay, I think there was another thing about location of something Teresa wanted me to ask about.
Which, by the way, also, the Girl Scout troop is actually contributing to the cost of the 2
Oh, wow.
trees that
Oh, that's
they're-
good. That's helpful.
Well, so there's actually, we're getting one of the oak trees is being donated by the Arkansas Forestry Division. That's our little perk for being a Tree City, USA.
Nice.
And then the other 2 oak trees, the Girl Scout troop had $250, which doesn't quite cover the 2 trees, but it covers the bulk of it. And I just said we would
that's huge.
pay the
That's
rest.
great.
So
So Arkansas Forestry,
division is paying for one of the oaks.
so do we wanna put their logo on our shirt as a sponsorship?
Yes.
And
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
But we should ask them which logo because they have 2
Yes.
different logos.
Okay,
Yeah, let me do that.
okay, I'll put a note on here.
There's a slight chance they'll say no, they don't wanna be on it.
Which is fine with us. I mean, that just saves us a little more printing cost, but.
Another thing about the tree planting, Kyle, I know last year the city did drone footage of the tree planting that BMS did. Do you think they would be willing to do that again this year for this tree planting?
Yeah, I can check with
Okay.
Bobby and see. He usually handles all the drone stuff, so I'll send him an email and
Okay.
check on that.
And I know we had talked about maybe getting some footage for the Girl Scouts when they plant, if they're wanting footage of them planting trees,
I think they'd like pictures at
pictures
at
of like,
least, yeah.
I wonder if that's something we could also maybe look at getting some video footage for day of. I think that would be cool.
Okay.
So for the Bemis planting, a few days before, and then the Girl Scouts on the day of. Okay, and so y'all are gonna meet about location, you've got date, planting date, and then one call. That was what I had to
That was
ask.
the other one that you, the one call.
Yes, and Krista said she was gonna take care of that.
Or what, when,
One call, or Bemis will call for locates.
I think Parks.
City will call for
Yeah.
locates, okay. Perfect.
So I saw a CAC meeting update.
Okay, yes, so, let's see, let me pull up some notes real
I was
quick.
gonna say, I missed that meeting unfortunately, and looked from, I'm sure I have, yeah, the notes from the meeting, yeah.
Okay, so we went through sponsorships. Claire's actually gonna talk to the chamber on the 5th about more sponsorships, and she's actually talking about at one of their events in front of different businesses. So we'll see if we get any sponsorships from that. Exhibitors, there were a few Tracy was gonna follow up with. Krista, I think we had you down as a local beekeeper. Were you still talking to someone about
Yeah,
that?
so Beekeepers is on board, they're excited.
Awesome.
And they're gonna have like some kind of a kids educational thing as well as some adult education. And Master Gardeners are gonna have a big display.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have some like tree care information that's more for the adults, and then they're gonna do the scavenger hunt for kids and have prizes for the kids. But it's a pretty simple scavenger hunt.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
And then they're also gonna do just a table that we're calling a sensory table. So we're just gonna have like bowls of like pine cones and acorns and hickory nuts
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and just so people can touch them and look at them and
That'll be cool.
I think
So-
kids would love that.
That's awesome. Okay, and then Chamber of Commerce, I had checked with Kristen and see if they'll be there for the beautification project.
oh, I don't know. That'd be Corey, I guess we would ask.
Corey, we can ask Corey. Okay.
The other booth I know that we're gonna have is Arkansas Forestry Division.
Okay.
They'll be giving away Smokey the Bear stuff. And then Smokey Bear will be in attendance as
Oh, that's exciting.
well.
Okay, and then Master Naturalist, have you talked to them?
I think they had another activity they're doing that day.
Okay, perfect. And then we've already talked about the tree planting, and you were on the call, so I have all of those notes too. So, location, so Derek's got the location. Bemis is gonna dig the 2 holes for the Girl Scouts, we've got that. You ordered all of the trees. Okay, Conway Corp, here and there, they do a Channel 5 here and there.
I realized I forgot to reply,
That's
sorry.
okay. No, that's totally fine. So we're doing, they want us to come in and do, it's like a 3 to 5 minute interview. It'll be about 15 minutes to talk about Arbor Day.
Mhm.
Tomorrow, sometime after 1. So if anyone is available to
Just got done with my here and there.
Did you? Oh, no.
I can do it. I can do it. Where's their studio?
It's downtown, just at this, it's in the old Conway Court building.
Okay.
Yeah, just on the other side of the railroad tracks. It's actually the building I'm in, so I can
Right.
meet you down there.
Okay.
That made me sound way smarter than I really was.
I was
You're
just
good at
on
that.
that show.
You need a good editor, and they have good editors. See?
Yeah, I feel like I need, but I think in this meeting I'll figure out
Yeah.
more of what we're doing for Arbor Day.
Do you mind doing that?
No, I don't mind doing it.
Do you have a time that works best for you?
I'm just doing reports tomorrow and
Okay.
it'll be a nice break probably to get away from my desk. I'm like up to here in reports right now.
Okay, well, you tell me what time, and then I'll just let them know.
2-ish maybe?
Okay. Okay, and then how I've asked you about the drone footage. Okay, and then we've got shirts. So Noah sent a final design to Tracy on Friday for the design that he showed us here. I think that we all voted that we liked. There were a few things that he just needed to edit. And then Claire got quotes for shirts. So she got 3 quotes, and there are 3 different shirts. So there's one, it's a Hanes EcoSmart crew neck, it's a heather brown. And then there's another heavy cotton Gildan brand. And this other one I think is called like Bella canvas shirts. And it's another brown. But the quotes for these, so the Hanes EcoSmart, which is the first one, for 250 is $2,875, and that includes a $250 sponsorship discount. And that's the lowest cost, is the top one. And then the second one down is $3,093 for 250, including the $250 discount. And then the Bella canvas, which is the last
They showed the canvas too, I
one.
guess.
It's on a single page. That's $3,062. So the cheapest one is the top one at $2,875, and then the other 2 are only about $30 difference from each other, but it's about $200 more. So,
I like the cheapest one.
yeah, and
I'm good with the cheapest one too,
I
honestly.
like the 50 anyway.
well, and I think that's kind of what we were going for anyways, was that softer
Yeah.
heather brown, so.
Can we even?
And we know what sizes, like from past orders.
So we're gonna need to collect volunteer shirt sizes. I think Rhiannon, how she's ordered in the past is just, I think we'll probably go off that maybe for other sizes. And I know Tracy had said maybe order a little bit more of this and for that. So I think we can probably get something together. I'm not certain on deadline. I'll ask Claire before I send out the meeting minutes, and I'll include those in there as well.
I mean, can we even approve any of this right now? Are there enough people to say that?
Do we
already
have
approve?
an Arbor Day running budget?
We did have we were talking about it last week, but
Yeah.
I think we just approved like the cheapest version, but I'd have to look back. There's gotta be minutes from that meeting too in my folder here
I feel like
somewhere.
we had approved like,
A running budget for Arbor Day.
Yeah.
For Arbor
yeah.
Day.
Yeah, just to like, whatever.
Like I know we had an amount, it was in the minutes from like a kind of an estimate on like what the trees are gonna
Yeah,
cost.
Yeah.
And Anybody got the minutes?
I'm looking, it's gotta be in here.
Let me pull them up.
There it is, September.
This is from
I
last,
see a tree giveaway. It's got an estimate for that.
which we're not doing that.
We.
That's for next year, because I had talked about buying
Mhm.
trees for that.
It's
But
marketing
it's-
materials.
No, I don't see anything specific, no. It don't look like we did.
Isn't there something for trees? Like,
See sponsors, entertainment, t-shirts.
That's the design.
Mhm.
Doesn't look like it.
Nothing to vote for cost.
We approved the tree order.
I bet we
Yeah,
didn't.
I bet we didn't
Approved
either.
the brick pavers. We approved the tree giveaway.
I'm sure we were waiting on an amount to approve.
I kind of feel like, yeah, we probably would have. And I know we had talked about the remaining budget for Arbor Day, but I know we didn't vote on like
Yeah,
an
it
exact,
doesn't look like we
so,
did.
in that case, how would we, I mean,
I don't
Kyle,
know.
do you know if there's like a special voting that we could do,
If we need to
over,
spend that
like-
money between now and then, and
like over email or,
You could probably hold another special meeting like that one that we had,
yeah,
I guess, was it August? I
Yeah.
think it was August. So you could probably do that and vote there.
and it would have to be in person.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
everything has to be in person now.
Tracy's actually only got like didn't she have just like a little small window?
Yeah, she's gonna be back on the 10th and she'll be leaving on the 25th, so she's got like 2 full weeks.
So the 10th, what day is that?
A Monday.
That's Monday, it's Columbus
Mhm.
Day, Indigenous Peoples' Day, whatever.
So
So the city will probably be closed. And can we still
No,
use?
we're open that day.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So we can use the building that day.
Probably ought to target that week.
okay.
Yeah.
We'll get plenty of time to actually still get the shirts.
Yeah, for
ordered.
sure. Yeah, because we're running really close.
Yeah, we need to have another meeting
Um,
like
So we could do it, that week.
that week.
We could do it next Monday.
Could you tentatively put it on the calendar?
Yeah, do you want it
please?
like this time in the afternoon, or do you want it earlier in the day, like lunchtime?
What works better for you guys?
It's gonna be whenever.
I'll be off that whole day, so it doesn't really matter to
We
me.
get corn.
Yeah, when can we get everybody? Okay. do you-
4:30 is fine with me, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'll do whatever.
Okay, so
um,
I can reserve the room for 4:30
what day are we
if you want
talking about?
tentatively, the 10th.
The 10th, it'll be next Monday, which is
That's fine.
Columbus Day, Indigenous Peoples' Day.
And it can just be a real quick.
Mhm.
Come in, vote.
Just
Yeah.
say, we
five
approve spending the rest of
hours?
our money.
We need
on
at least
Arbor Day.
5 actual board
When
members.
it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't even have to be here, because I don't vote.
Yeah.
Voting members to approve anything.
Kyle's thinking too.
I probably won't be there yet.
So is it majority vote?
Well, let me pull up the,
Because I think theirs does say 5,
bylaws. Let's see.
but
See, there
Rhiannon
was
was
that-
saying it was majority.
See, there was that discrepancy. See, that's what we
Yeah,
get,
because
we
there's
get hung up on this.
3
many, many
vacancies
times.
right now.
Well, but then
yeah.
it's weird because, yeah, we have 3 vacancies, so.
See, that was what,
Why we
It's
wanted
just-
to build a position.
that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Is why I was wanting to move ahead is.
We're paralyzed.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
We just need to find it. One day
So I'm pretty
next
sure
week
it
when
is, it's
everybody can
5
be
is the way
here.
it's written. We gotta have 5.
Yeah.
So it says a quorum for the transaction of business shall be 5 members.
Yeah, and, because we tried to loophole that. I
Mm-hmm.
think that needs,
It needs to be a percentage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
of
Mhm.
percentage of
Of
current
current
seats. Yeah.
current seats.
Yes.
Because how many people do we have on the board right now?
6.
6?
6.
So if it was a
We can
percent, we
only
could
miss-
approve it.
Yeah. But no, we'll just have to schedule a time and just like everybody has to be here. Okay, if you're not here, we can't do anything, and that means we can't do Arbor Day, so we can't do anything.
Let me send out an email and just see if everyone's available on the 10th. Would that
Yeah.
work for you guys
Yeah.
at
If we can
4:30?
get 5 of the 6 will be good.
Okay.
Which is 6 is better
So
than
we
we've done
almost
before,
don't have
but
enough money.
Before,
Because I think, So I'm so bad at tax.
So,
Tax in Conway is
No,
9.
we're getting some of those for free, just a minute. No, I
Tax in
saved us
Conway is
money.
9.125%.
I'm trying to figure out how much the trees are gonna cost, and then the t-shirts, that's significant. Cause basically we've got 4,800 to spend. If the shirts are 2,875, it leaves us with less than 2,000. Which the trees are coming to close to 2,000, so then we have no money for anything else.
Is this total that we approved last time, the 1,705 tax included, is that what the Bemis? Is that
I
the
think
exact
that is
number?
what that is, yes.
yeah.
So we'll have enough.
But we need prizes for the photo contest, right?
So I think we're gonna ask for donation for the,
Oh yeah, I'll throw in gift
Gift
cards
cards.
for my business. Easy, no problem.
and then the nursery. So I think hopefully we'll be able to get those donated.
Okay.
And then the other thing we were looking at were shirts, which would be included in the book, Arkansas Tree books.
Oh, for the prizes, which those are currently out of print.
Do you have anything else you could think might be good?
If we're talking books, we could see if the library was interested in donating something. I don't know if they could, if that's even an option, but
They might have, there might be some Smoky Bear koozies and stuff like that
Okay.
that we don't give to children.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And I mean, because for the youth pride, because what are our categories on the?
So it's 11 and under, 12 to 18, and then 19 up, I think. So there's 3.
it's like child,
So it's kids,
teenager,
teen,
adults.
adult.
Yeah.
I think the Master Gardeners bought the last of the tree books.
Have a
is
good
the
day.
problem. And they're out of print. And I've
That's okay.
heard conflicting information about whether or not they're gonna print more or not.
Okay.
We'll figure something out.
Okay. Sounds good.
Just out of curiosity, okay?
Yeah.
We had $6,200
Mhm.
available balance whenever we met in September.
Mm-hmm.
And then now our balance has changed to $4,800. Does that reflect the things that were approved already?
I think
Did
it's
they
the
come out?
I think it's
bricks.
just the bricks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it just is reflecting that.
No, yeah, that's after the
Yeah.
bricks. Yeah. That includes,
She copied me on emails.
Our total balance is 10,000. There's 4,000 reserved for RDOT, and then there's another 1,400
Oh, I
reserved
see.
for
Yeah, I see.
bricks,
it
and
in
then what's
finance
left,
report.
the current balance is what's left. So that includes the bricks, but not t-shirts or
Okay.
anything else.
So I bet that is close. I bet the 140227 is the more accurate because Lauren Hoffman with the city sent the first check for 800 and there was a second check. And so I bet it was 800 and then
So our costs came
600.
down just a little bit actually then.
That's-
And you said that we nixed this tree giveaway, correct?
Did we nix the tree giveaway?
No, we
for-
approved
It's
the tree
it's for the
giveaway.
spring.
It's for the spring.
We had talked about ordering trees now from Missouri, but their site is still not working. So I don't know what their deal is.
Which,
Which I haven't tried calling. I should probably try.
if that's the case, I think Conway Corp gave their donation at the beginning of last year. And so I think we can ask again for the beginning of this year, which would be maybe hopefully before that.
Yeah.
And then that way it'll give us a little cushion in case.
Well, and honestly, I mean, I was gonna have to pay out of pocket and get reimbursed, and it's not that much money.
Okay.
Well, I mean, do we have rules on that? How long somebody can hold a?
Yeah. Before they can wait for a reimbursement.
Well, and that was the other question because I'm ordering so early. You know how a lot of times when you order you don't actually get charged until
Yeah.
they ship,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Yeah, that's something to check with them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean,
because if they didn't actually charge until they shipped, that would be February.
Do you want me
If
to
we-
ask them? Do you want me to ask Lauren and see? Lauren with the city? has them?
Well, I'll ask Missouri DOC too,
Okay.
if they know.
Yeah.
well, because if we can, I mean, if you submit for reimbursement like within 30 days, and we're just like, we'll just put that off until next month as the board.
For the
Can we get away with that?
28 and some change, like 2,900. We're gonna be close.
I mean, that was kind of
So
the
what
idea
about
as we approved it, was
this
basically spend the rest of the
number
money
right
this year on this event.
Cross
So,
printing for a banner. It looks like
Yes.
that we approved. Are we still getting that?
So they want to get 2 banners, which I think Claire was gonna ask if they wanted to sponsor and maybe donate a portion of this. That's as far I think as we got on there. Let's see.
Because if we do that, literally, we will be within.
Yeah,
Pennies.
yeah,
like super close.
So I'm just wondering if maybe we ought to back off the shirt just a touch.
We could, and honestly, we're doing 250. We could do 200.
That's just to give
You
us
know.
just a little bit of.
Mhm. And then I know we've got some sponsorships, and some of them will be in kind. I'm not sure. Like I know Claire said her realtor group wanted to,
Hmm.
so I don't know if they're going to do monetary or if they want to do.
Some type of.
So I can check with her on that too, and
I just hate for
then
us to run down to literally bare bones and then need something and then not have.
yeah, and then for a couple months be.
I mean, we do want to spend most of the budget on this because we want to spend it all before the end
We
of the
do
year,
want to
right?
spend it all.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole point is to spend it all. But it just, you want to be able to pay your bills too.
Yeah, exactly. In case,
You don't
like I
want
said,
to overspend.
in case something comes up, you know, a couple $100 left in the budget's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, and I
so-
think, like I said, that original estimate for the trees was before we knew that the Girl Scouts had money to donate, and
Oh,
so
no, that makes.
so
a
I
big
actually
difference.
think I think the trees are gonna be a little bit less. I mean, I'm still not 100% sure, but I think it's gonna be maybe more like 1,400.
instead of 19.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that would help a lot.
If that's the case, I think we can proceed with the
Okay.
full.
I need
Okay.
Nemus to give me an actual estimate.
I mean, we approved that
Yeah.
last meeting too, whatever. I think we were waiting on an actual number, but we approved the spending, I believe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We did.
Okay, so back to the community action committee. So the shirts, if you have volunteers, we're collecting shirt sizes in a spreadsheet, and then we'll just need all of the board shirt sizes too. That way we can hold them. And then entertainment, so Colors Pledge, I think the Scouts group is gonna do that. A local choir, so I'm working with Courtway Middle School. They're talking to their administration to see if it's something that they will be able to do. And hopefully they will. The high school, I'm still waiting on a response from them if the band or one of their jive bands wants to come play. But I know Kings has booked a band as well, and I think they're gonna start probably at the second half. Because I know the Girl Scouts have an engagement later on that day. And so we're gonna try and do their tree cleaning before, and then we'll move the band to the last half. And then we had talked about maybe getting a face painter, maybe a volunteer college student or like an art student, high school, or someone that just likes to paint. Claire was gonna reach out to the banks for a grill. Elliott Electric is gonna donate a popcorn machine, popcorn supplies for 500 people. And then photography contest. So I don't get the tree board emails anymore. I think you and Tracy do. Have you seen any come through?
None.
We haven't had any. So we may extend that deadline just a week if that.
It was so
is okay.
popular last year.
I
What is the
know, I
difference?
know. And I don't know if it's just like people turned them in so last minute last time, or I need to go back and look.
It's because the trees aren't really pretty this year.
Yeah.
Last year they were.
I think that's the deal.
Yeah.
They're just starting to change now, and I'm like, is it because it's fall or is it because of the drought? Who
But
knows?
right now it's drought.
Yeah.
Did the Parks and Recreation share that?
I don't know, but I can send it if you want me to.
Yeah, we'll share that. That'll
Okay.
kind of get people out in the parks.
Yeah.
That's something that we can.
Yeah, for sure. But I was thinking last year Arbor Day was virtual. Didn't we run it later in the year
We did.
anyways?
We did.
And so that may have been why we got so many good pictures. So I think
Honestly,
it's-
our Arbor Day was like perfect with the leaf change last
Mhm.
year.
yeah.
And we're just not there. It still looks too summery.
I almost wonder if we should extend it and almost extend it past Arbor Day. That way we can market it at Arbor Day and say, we're doing a photography contest.
That's not a
the
bad idea.
Trees are about to change and then,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
because if.
They'll
trees
probably
aren't
be
pretty-
in change at
Yeah.
that time.
Yeah.
so-
Yeah. So possibly move it out.
It's just to get chilly this week.
Is it?
I had my windows open up until
Which sucks.
last night because it was like it's starting to get a little too humid for it to be open at night. But
What sets them off? Is it ground temp?
It's multiple things.
I've always noticed
amount of
it
light.
seems like when I notice them is after the first cold rain.
Yeah.
And I've always wondered if the rain
It all
lowers the ground
helps.
temp and then it sets them off.
But it's also just day length.
yeah, I was gonna say amount of sunlight.
And different species are sensitive to different things. Like so, for some species, it's day length. For some species, it's just temperature. But soil moist. Like I do not predict that we will have a colorful fall
Really?
because it has been too dry and the trees are too stressed and they're just not going to make pretty colors. We're going to have a brown
They're gonna
fall.
go brown.
Yeah.
There's one.
They're
on
already
Dave-
going brown.
Yeah, there's one on Dave Ward between Donaghy and Ferris. It's just this brilliant yellow right now, and it's the only one. out of
Which
all
then
that.
I'm like worried about it because trees that like do early coloration usually means they're stressed.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure they're stressed. It's been a year of storms. Between the storms and the drought, we've lost a lot of good trees this year. That's why we're the tree board. We speak for the trees.
Okay, so then marketing materials, banners and signs, so Crossman, we'll check on those and see. And then newsletter, I may create a newsletter if you don't mind sending that out. And then stickers, so we've got a few stickers that we've gone through and I'll email those out. We can vote on it when we vote for shirts. And then Tracy has a draft program that she has created. And so once we have everything finalized, we'll just go in and edit and then we can print them for the day of. There is a Google Sheet again on our drive that just has assignments and everybody's name who it's assigned to. So if you'll just go look through, see if it's assigned to you. If it's not assigned to anyone, see if it's something that you could help with. And then as far as logistics, so Parks is gonna set up tables, chairs, and bleachers. And then we're gonna check also with electrical near, everything's set up with electrical, right? Okay. And then
Where do we usually do the bleachers at? It's been,
I think it was like.
Around the splash pad
Yes.
last time,
It was on the
kind of like
other side of the splash pad from
Yeah,
the parking lot.
so the park side, the
Mhm.
green, okay.
Yeah. So it was just like literally right next to.
you could get a picture, a diagram.
This one don't help us.
Oh.
It don't cover it.
Like,
No, it
you know
doesn't.
where the gazebo is and then the splash pad? It was like right at the,
Back, kind of over there by where the walking little trail comes through there.
it
Yeah.
was, let's see. Okay.
And how many
More toward the
bleachers?
middle of the park.
Yeah.
I think we only have,
So you get the parking lot, you get the splash pad and the playground, and
And
then
then
past
you piece
that
them
is where we,
together, right?
towards the open area is where we would do that.
how many does one sit?
15 foot, 30.
Well, and I think
I think we had two.
and the bleachers are actually for the people watching, like for the parents, right? And then
Mhm.
the choir actually just stands on the ground. Is that right?
Yes, yes. And you know,
We
I
can do
don't
two, but
remember,
I think we can get two on a trailer, so, and just still be one.
Oh, I just
I
tried
think
to
it was,
zoom
like,
in on a
right
piece
here.
of paper. That was dumb as hell.
It was like right there.
This is the real-
that
this
doesn't
is
work.
the
And
real-
then we had like everyone standing here, like the mayor would give his proclamation. We had a speaker, and then the bleachers, and then the art contest. And then everyone else was kind of along this area, and then we had the grill here.
But we're not doing the old-fashioned art contest, right?
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Actually, it's easier because it was really hard to display
It
those.
was so hard.
So we don't yet have a confirmation on hot dogs, but we do on popcorn. So I'm just wondering what I can actually say tomorrow, like is definitely, because we don't really have a confirmation on a choir either, but there will be live music.
Yeah. You could just say
Um,
live music, entertainment.
Live music,
entertainment.
an Arbor Day,
I've been meaning to
visitation.
check.
Mhm, yeah.
And then educational
planting.
booth, a tree planting, educational booths, and fun activities for the kids.
Photography contest. And on that, you may just say, look at our Facebook page for more info.
Fun photo. Oh, that's good.
Mhm. And then.
And then actually, we did talk about doing a tree walk, like a
Mhm.
tree identification walk, kind of at the very end.
Mhm, that would be cool.
Is that? And it's just for those who are interested.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's a good
Yeah,
idea.
I think so
Okay.
too. If you want to stick around and go on a tree ID walk, yeah, I think that would be great.
hopefully there are still leaves on the trees at that point.
Okay, so Tracy's gonna bring 2 tents. She talked with sanitation. They're gonna drop off some rolling carts. And I think she said they'll have city employees on site to maybe help with that.
We always provide somebody.
Okay, yes. And then, there's a podcast. Todd Jones does. It's Conway Scene, I think.
Oh, I didn't know that was a podcast. I just knew it was a Facebook page. Yeah.
But any Tuesday before the 28th, needs to ask the board if they're okay with this. Tracy said she can do the 18th, but any other Tuesday before the 28th, she cannot. So are we okay with her doing the podcast?
Oh,
Let her do the podcast.
The more free advertising, the better.
And we're good with her doing it on the 18th?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. To go. And then, okay, so we got electrical outlets, the board's gonna do a walkthrough, so y'all have already talked about doing a walkthrough for the tree planting, right?
Yep.
I think she wanted to do another board walkthrough for maybe, where to lay everything out. And she said she can't go on Mondays or Fridays or October 11th, but any other time. So we may wanna, and I can get an email going and maybe send out like a couple times if y'all wanna do that. And we can just do it before, before you guys bring the tables and chairs.
When is she leaving again?
She's back on the 10th, and then she leaves again on the 25th. And she said no on Mondays or Fridays after 5. And she was talking about maybe going after work or October 11th, but she can on any of the other days. And if we need to figure out during the day too, we can do that too. And I can send, if you want, I can just send an email about it.
I've been meaning to check back with the weather service. They never got back to me, so now I finally about getting a table at the Arbor Day. So it's just like right now while I'm thinking about it, I should send them a message.
The UCA Geography Club's gonna have a booth
Oh,
also.
good. Are they gonna do the tree rings?
Tree rings, yeah.
That'll
I think that'd be cool.
nice. Yeah, that'll be
That'll
cool.
be cool.
I'm excited to see those. Okay, that's all I had. So that's our CAC.
And there's a slight chance that Hendrix Master Naturalist
Okay.
Club
Yes.
might.
So Blake Sassy, who was previously on the board, his stepdaughter.
His stepdaughter, which I know
Yes.
Jacqueline.
Oh,
very
do you?
well. Yes, she's my daughter's good friend.
Oh. So I sent her an email. I haven't heard anything back yet, but I'm sure they're probably busy with getting ready for
Everything.
everything. So it's school. So I've got an email out to her, and they may be attending, but that's all I've got for community action.
Well, I guess
That's a lot, that's
That's a lot.
everything, that's Arbor Day.
It's Arbor Day.
That's our big thing right now, yeah.
That's all of old business.
Okay.
New business, we already talked about the first thing, which was we do want to extend out the photo contest.
Yes.
Did we decide on a date on that? What do we want to extend it to?
Not.
So if we extend it past Arbor Day, I mean, really, we could
I wouldn't go too much farther.
maybe like a week after to keep people excited. So maybe like November 12th or 13th.
That'll be nice. If there are going to be nice colors,
It'll be nice then.
Right.
Okay. So let's do like let's
In
do-
the irrigated landscapes, we will still have colorful trees.
Yeah, you know,
So extending through
let's do
November
the 13th.
12th.
Let's do the 13th.
13th?
That's a Sunday.
yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be perfect.
All right, so Arbor Day event planning and assignments, you've already more or less went over that. So
Yeah.
look on there. It says to review the event program. The event program is this, I think she had sent that out. Krista is doing the welcome and introduction. Pledge of Allegiance is going to the Scouts. Proclamation, did we do anything with that as far as sending the request in for the mayor?
I sent it in. She said Felicia said she wasn't sure. She would know closer to time. And so I'll probably reach back out to her here in a week or so and just see. And if he's not able to, who from the city might be able to.
Step in. And then what else do we have? Arbor Day tree planting and dedication. We have a pending here. What did y'all say on the Courtway Middle School Choir? Is that confirmed?
We're waiting on that.
We're waiting on that. She had to talk to the administration and then,
So the only thing is, I think the main program is gonna be on the splash pad. So last time that we did the tree planting at the very end of the program, because we had to walk over to do it, does she have it on there?
We could
Like-
do it closer to the beginning, because the Girl Scouts are gonna leave after like partway
It
through,
doesn't
right?
take that long.
No, you're right. They're just gonna put them in the hole and throw some ceremonial dirt over it, yeah.
So the way she has it now is the tree planting would come immediately after the music. The Arbor Day song and the choir if we had it.
Okay, is
But
that the,
before the other school groups, if there is any.
so we could do Courtway Middle School Choir and then the photo contest we can take off.
Yeah, I'm sorry to do that.
Music and entertainment, so
so
that is already up there. And then
last time the music, like the band was playing while we did because the band set up on the splash pad, and then the like educational booths are kind of on the splash pad. So it was like that was the kind of after the main like ceremony.
Is when they did the planting?
Yeah.
And you're saying you want to keep it that way or you want to
Well,
change that?
because it's a ways away. I mean, I think it makes more. I don't think we can expect the whole crowd to move to the tree planting. You know?
So I almost wonder if we should do.
What if we do just a tree dedication or something like that during this? So we could have one of the potted trees or both of the potted trees there on the splash pad, and we can just say, following this ceremony, or not ceremony, but
Dedication.
following this
Yeah.
presentation, we are going to be the Girl Scout troop will be planting these trees.
Yeah, that way they get recognized for that.
Yeah,
and-
so what if we call it just a tree dedication?
So I think that I think Tracy mentioned the Girl Scouts group was wanting to do some sort of dedication talk during the program.
Oh, so maybe that's,
So
because
I
they were gonna
think-
talk about their,
Yeah.
their,
So I think that might be what that is, and then she'll probably say, "I'm going to hand it back over to Tracy," and then after Tracy does her closing remarks, please follow us over to do tree planting or something.
that makes sense.
I think that'll be good.
Sounds good. All right, what else do we have? She wants us to be reviewing the bylaws before we meet next time. Oh, that's what, right. She wanted to know, do we want to keep the board meeting in November on the 7th?
Or if we wanna move it out.
Because I guess that's the Monday after Arbor Day.
I will probably not be here.
Okay. Who used to do that?
Skip it.
Didn't we used to do that? Okay.
I mean, it was kind of common practice that since,
Is there
Arbor
any
Day-
problem with like canceling meetings?
No, that's
or-
fine.
Okay.
So skipping the month of November and then just,
that Arbor
During
Day kind
December?
of was the meeting for
Yeah.
the month.
Then we will do a December.
Yep,
Mhm.
envision cast in December.
Yeah, yes.
The only thing that I thought I remember about was she wanting to vote on the new board members in November?
Oh, yeah, we were.
Well, how is that gonna work, Kyle? Do you know, the voting
So,
process?
You know, I might need to check on that.
I think, I remember
Yes.
Tracy, that was more or less
Yeah.
the only
main
thing that she
reason,
didn't want to not cancel it is if we needed to vote on board members at
Yeah.
that time.
Which it would be good to get the new ones in for even the December meeting.
That
It's
was
kind of a
exact-
planning meeting.
Mhm.
That was the thought.
Yeah. Kyle, do you mind getting some clarification on when, I guess, boards are gonna be allowed to vote? Cause when is
Yeah, because
the,
I'm sure it would be after the cutoff date for the openings, which I think is October 31st, but let me
That's the end of
Okay.
October.
check and see.
and then how will that work? Will the city just send all of the board?
So you should get, a list of
Yes,
anyone who's
mhm.
applied for those positions.
And when they apply, do they select which board they're interested in? I'm
Oh,
assuming?
yeah, it should
Yeah.
all be on the city website now.
And we're able to hold the
Here it
ones
is.
that were already,
Mm-hmm.
so there's no need to reapply.
Yeah, so those people are still good to
Still
go,
in
so
there.
they don't need to do anything extra. But other people can go on to the website and then they just click on Conway Tree Board and then they would just fill out the application from there.
Did we already vote on those board members, technically?
That's why we had that special meeting.
Yeah,
Can we-
Technically, yes,
can we
but the
keep-
mayor's office said that you'd have to open
Vote
the
again.
consideration to everyone who applies. So you can still keep them in mind, but you would also have to consider new people who apply
Yeah.
Okay.
this way. So yeah, it says the deadline is Monday, October 31st, so anytime after that should be good for voting. Like once you receive all the applications.
Okay.
Can we do it at Arbor Day or does it have to be here? Where we
It's
can
gotta be
film it?
here.
I kind of figured, but I thought I'd ask
We
anyway.
need the red light.
We gotta have the red
Yeah,
light.
it needs to be recorded.
So Kyle, do you know if in the future they're gonna do the same thing? So if we lose board members during the year for whether it's an attendance issue or they resign or whatever, so we will not be able to replace them until the
So
next cycle?
that's my understanding is that now everything is going to be in October. So that's what I've heard. I don't know.
Which
if
is
it's-
why we must change our bylaws.
That's
Because we could
Oh, yeah.
literally not be able to
Yeah.
do any business.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it definitely needs to be
I mean, yeah.
a percentage based instead of
Yeah.
saying you need to have a
Okay.
certain number of members,
I
but
think you just,
Mhm.
the majority of existing.
of
or
existing current members,
Mhm.
yeah. But yeah, that's my understanding is that you would have to wait until October to fill them. So if someone left in January, you would have to wait all year
Mhm.
the current way that things are. That could change at some point, but that's my understanding at least.
Even if like you have 6 current, I think you need to at least be able to have four there.
Yeah, it should be 50%
Mhm.
plus one.
Plus,
Yeah.
plus,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. Yes,
So,
for sure.
because I remember we've run into this a couple of times.
It
Where we've
happens,
just
it's
been
happened with
absolutely-
every single board I've ever been on. It's,
Yeah.
with the Flower and
That's
Garden
fine.
Show, there was one year we didn't have a quorum for like 8 months.
Oh my
Mm.
gosh.
And that's like a pretty big event with a big
Yeah.
budget.
So as soon as you all get back up above that number, that'll probably be the very first thing you want to do is
That's-
change
that's a really
those.
good
Change
point.
those, yeah.
That's a really good point.
Right when you can, because you never know, someone might drop off and then you're
True.
gonna be right back in the same boat.
Yeah.
So we just need to change our bylaws and then I guess get them approved by the city and then we can run, because I know we're
Yeah,
we're using the city's attendance, but we're using our bylaws. Okay.
Yeah, I think you all
I was
had
about to say,
said
do
that you
we-
were gonna align the attendance with the new policy, but yeah, you still have the bylaws for other stuff.
Okay.
Honestly, there's some other changes I wouldn't mind making to the bylaws too. There's a discussion, there are descriptions of the committees and they sort of make no sense.
Yeah.
They're weird.
And I always mix up the names, like community action, I call it something else, and then,
But maybe that's more of a goal for next year to do another revision.
Early next year.
do those have to be edited can they be edited anytime throughout the year and approved by the
bylaws?
cities?
I
Yeah.
believe so. I don't think there's any sort of requirement that like it has to be at a certain time. I think it can be all year.
Okay, cool. Well, that'll work then.
Is there any way that we can just move the next board meeting to the second Monday?
Yeah.
I mean, I could do that.
That way at least we're not
Oh, it
just,
depends on.
So they don't like us to move the meetings. Generally, you can cancel it, but I mean, I guess we could. I'll just have to let Jaren know with plenty of time. But with other boards, that has created some confusion because some people are watching and then they're like, oh, well,
they're looking for.
yeah, they're looking for
That
it on a
makes
certain
sense.
day. And
That makes sense.
so I can check and see, but
We
we're
could-
generally trying to avoid moving it to a different day.
I mean, I'm fine
I'm
with
just-
us doing
I'm
a
just
board on the
worried.
7th, a board meeting on the 7th, at least
Yeah.
just to get,
It
the
could
election's
just be a
done.
real quick.
yeah, we have it get done,
I'm just
over
worried
and done in like
about
half an
that
hour.
4-hour day. Are we gonna have quorum on that
Yes.
day
Yeah.
to get it approved?
That's what I'm nervous about too.
So, but we can try.
Okay, Kyle, are you gonna check and see if we can get it on the 14th?
Yeah, I
No,
can
no.
check.
Move to the
I say we'll
14th?
we'll keep it on the 7th.
Keep
it on-
Let's just keep it
Keep it on the
Let's just
7th?
keep it on the
Okay.
7th.
Okay,
We'll just try to get the quorum and.
yeah, we'll just tell everyone we've
Yeah.
gotta be here.
Maybe food, drinks afterward, something like how can we bribe people?
Maybe we can do the first half here and the second half at US Pizza.
Except that's illegal, right?
It
It's
just
not
can't
a
be a
meeting.
meeting. It can't
Yeah,
be
it's
a
not a
meeting.
meeting.
Yeah. The whole meeting has to take place here.
Could we have pizza delivered here and then, no. Probably no food and drink in the room other than like water, right? Yeah. I think I think that's part of the new
It's
rules.
part of the
Yeah.
new rules. Yeah, just water.
No eating.
No eating on camera. I guess when the camera's off, you can eat.
That's all.
Yeah, I think we're good,
That's all.
since we can't vote on anything
Yeah.
right now.
Mhm.
Which technically means we can't even adjourn.
That's true. Well, we never came to order in the first
That's
place. So I guess it doesn't
right.
Okay.
Well, at least it's only 5:22.